Welcome to the Heroes of Cosplay Sanctuary. This is your host, Scotty B. Today I want to talk about the fact that I'm not a costume designer and I'm not a videographer. These are obviously two very heavy-hitting things right now in the cosplay world and with the community and with the social medias. A videographer, and you kind of have to really get your cosplay skills together. If you don't have those two things, then you're probably in the boat that I am, where you're trying to learn both of them and trying to remain in the space and trying to figure out exactly where you might share that and showcase that. So I've got all my stuff over here because this is kind of like the cosplay room, and this is where I do all my recording. And I've actually cleaned up quite a bit, but I do have the sewing machine over there. I've got all my cosplay stuff over there. I'm going to be getting some more things that I can use in order to organize and start to get into the sewing and get into more of the foam work and painting and stuff like that. Because, when you have limited space like I do to do the cosplays, it doesn't really make any difference. Yeah, no, I don't have a workshop or warehouse or anything to put these in. Not yet anyways, but there will be, if you want to do this, then you will find a way to do it in a smaller space. And a lot of people don't have a lot of space, and that's okay. You don't need a ton of space to do cosplay. You need a little bench or a little desk. You need a place to put a sewing machine, and you have to just kind of keep everything organized. Have a cosplay closet. Can help if you do have the space for it, but you don't use bins for everything. This isn't not the point of the episode. We're actually talking about what happens if you're not a costume designer and you're not a videographer in cosplay. If you don't have like core skills to those things that you're seeing, and you're looking at everybody else and you're going, man, that's so good. Wow, look at that edit. Like, look at all these effects that they added to their video. Look at this amazing TikTok that this cosplayer made. And I don't know how to do that. Well, this is a great time to build skills. Like, you want to build them. Like, that's the whole point. We are humans are so good at learning. Okay, we're learning machines. We have brains that do this. Okay, doesn't matter how old you are either. You can always learn something. I learn a lot every single day, and I'm beginning to enjoy it. So you get used to it after a while. And if you can build the skills, that you have to be curious about things. You have to want to build skills. And really, it helps if you do one thing at a time, because it's hard to get better at something if you're not focused on it. It's just like learning a language. If you only speak 3 words of a language once a week, you're never going to learn the language. You have to immerse yourself in it. You have to be consistent with it. The more time you spend on it, the more you're going to get better at whatever it is that you're doing. And if that thing is cosplay, you have to do it. So you got to set time aside. My day is usually Sunday. I try to at least put some time together. I've been doing a lot of organizing. I've been doing a lot of looking for the stuff on Etsy that can help me to build some of these things. And I've been reaching out to my favorite people, Geek Ethos. Hello, Geek Ethos. I'm pitching you on the show about some of the new things that I'm going to be doing and some of the work, the 3D printing. They are amazing. They got 3D printers. They got they're so fun and great to work with. You don't want to play on your weaknesses when you're doing cosplay. You want to play on your strengths. You want to figure out what you're good at, and maybe you're going to work on those things that you're not. If you're not good on camera, or at least you don't think you are, then maybe you want to work on that. So many possibilities, so many things. They say that it's harder to start when you're older. That cosplay is a space for 20-year-olds. Cosplay is a space for teenagers. Cosplay is not a space for 40-year-olds. I was in my late 30s when I got into cosplay. It was not something that I did. I did theater. Theater is a little bit like cosplay. Believe me, there's some transferable skills there. You do wear costumes and you do go on stage and you do perform. And being in performance for as long as I did made me a little bit more comfortable on camera. But it still took a while for me to get back into it and to feel better about it. And it's all about feeling better about it, because then you don't have that overwhelm. You don't have that feeling of missing out. You have less of feeling like you're not enough, because this is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to feel good about what you share with people. You're supposed to want to express these builds that you're creating, and you want to be messy and silly, because that's where the rewards are, getting into just creating. Right? Whether it's content online that you're producing like this, or whether it's the cosplays themselves, that is the fun part. This isn't about endorsements or the $10 that you get from putting reels online or anything like that. It's not about making it into a job. It's about having a hobby and having fun first. At least that's where we're gonna draw a line with the content, because as much as I really enjoy thinking about how I could monetize these things. It's not totally important. I think I've drilled it in. I think we know that the thing that I talk about a lot on the show when I'm talking about the things is skills. Is this platform is a hobby. It's about understanding. And I do mix in the marketing because it's what I do. I do mix in the media because it's what I do. You know, I do a lot of advertising all day. It's my job. I do a lot of technical things all day because it's my job, but that's a job. This is a hobby, but all those skills can jump into this. You know, we could talk about how to build a YouTube channel if you wanted to. And those are things that I do want to offer to people. But the first thing we got to do is get better at building a YouTube channel. If we're doing that and we're being mindful of our time, we're batching our content, and we're remembering that we weren't all born costume designers and we weren't all born to be journalists and to be people that are really, really good on camera, because not everyone can be these, not everybody could be PewDiePie. Not everybody has all of these skills to just get on camera and do these crazy things and get viral and make all this YouTube money. That's okay, because there are other ways that you can build revenue with social media. There are other ways that you can become a small influencer in this space, because everybody can contribute something. Everybody has skills. Everybody's good at something, and everybody can build skills. While we're building the channel, I'm going to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us online. We'll have all the links in the comments if you want to go and find us. We'll have that. Actually, it's not in the comments. It's in the description. I never write the comment. I should, because that's like good practice. You're supposed to write a comment on your own post when you put your video out. It's a safe space, folks. Safe space to share your stories, your tips, your builds, all those causes that we want to be made aware of in the community. There's going to be a lot of things coming up for the show. So thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Scotty B saying bye-bye, everybody.